I don't know if it's like all women, but this is a personal thing that happens. It feels like I'll like them for a few weeks and then I'll be like, I can't believe I thought they were attractive. Like they don't even look attractive anymore to me.
Hey, it's Daniel Jacob here, and today Isabella and I are going to talk about how women select the men that they want to date. So, Isabella, how quickly do you notice yourself getting attracted to a guy when you meet him?
I feel like it's right off the bat.
Okay.
I kind of can tell right away. Then over time I can like lose it, and then it can grow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know right away, and then it either goes down or it goes up.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about when it goes down. Why is that?
Because their personality is ugly, and then it makes them look ugly to me, physically.
What does that feel like for you?
It feels like I don't know if it's like all women, but this is a personal thing that happens. It feels like I'll like them for a few weeks and then I'll be like, I can't believe I thought they were attractive. Like they don't even look attractive anymore to me. That's what it feels like.
It's almost like what you see physically starts to like change.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that's just you, or do you think that's all women?
I think that's a lot of women.
Yeah.
Because the women are like emotional more,
Yeah.
you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How quickly do you know that you're attracted to a guy? Like, is it 1 second, 5 seconds?
I don't know if it's the pheromones. I don't know if it's like the looks, but I'll know like within like 5 to 10 seconds.
5 to 10 seconds. Okay. Is it their look? Is it their behavior? Like, what is it that from what you're seeing that kind of triggers that switch?
That's a very hard question. I think it's a mix between like looks, behavior, like how they stand, their presence, maybe their energy.
Okay.
It's like all of those factors combined. I couldn't really pinpoint it to one thing.
And is it a feeling in your body, or is it like a logical thought that you get?
It's like a body feeling.
What's that feeling? Talk to us about it.
It's like it's like you feel flustered and you're like, oh my God, they're cute.
Okay.
You know?
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Now, with the guys that you start to like more, what does that look like?
Oh, what do you mean by that?
So you're saying it kind of is like a temperature, like a stove, right? It either gets hotter or it gets colder.
Yes.
When it gets hotter, what does that look like?
That looks like you start to like, you know, a lot of women, we talk about how like we form like little fantasies in our mind. We start to like think about them. We start to think about like doing things with them, like going on dates or like building like a life with them. So that's what that looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
How soon does that happen for you?
I try to hold back. That can happen anywhere from like the 4th or 5th date.
Okay.
But like, you know, all the girls are like stopping in fantasy land, come back to reality. Like that's not real.
Yeah. I think these are important questions to ask because attraction does work very differently for men and women. Like as guys, we see a girl and if we're physically into her, we're physically into her. And a lot of the time, I find that guys will stay with a girl for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, even if she's like extremely toxic, extremely needy.
Yeah.
And it's like they'll just put up with it.
Well, my mom always said men are very visual creatures.
They are.
So you guys are very like into like what you look at, whereas a woman is very complicated, you know, with attraction.
Very emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, the attraction is like for women is like a barometer.
Yeah.
It goes up a little bit, it goes down a little bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't stay the same.
No. And most of the men that I like have certain qualities, you know, and I think that they change also as you get older. Like when women get older, they start to emphasize like different things, you know.
So is what you're attracted to now, you're 23, right?
22.
22. Is the same thing that you were attracted to at 17, 18?
Oh, no.
What's changed?
Oh, experience. And like, I guess.
So, yeah, talk to me about 17, 18, Isabella.
17, 18, Isabella.
What were you attracted to?
Maybe status.
Okay. In what way?
I dated someone who was in the same industry as me, but a little bit more like famous, quote unquote. I really appreciated that aspect of him. I thought he could help me like build myself up to like a higher level. But in what he had in that, he didn't have in like patience, kindness, like caring, stability. He was inconsistent. And so I started to measure different things with different values. So now I look for more like stability, you know? I look for someone that's going to bring out the best in me, you know? And provide me like a stable life, because I don't want someone who's inconsistent and stuff. But I think it takes different relationships, and I feel like that happens with men too. It takes like trial and error, and with each person you realize, okay, I like this about them, but I didn't like this. So let me look for that in the next person. And then you're like, okay, well I have this, but I don't have that. And you know, you keep going.
So are you saying that now status doesn't matter to you at all?
It matters, but not as much as before.
Mm,
It does matter. But they don't need to be in the same industry as me, I don't think anymore.
So what matters now? What
matters to
specific
me?
characteristics are important for you?
Ambition matters to me because I'm an ambitious person and I don't want to be more masculine than they are. I like someone who is caring, understanding, and stable.
Stable in what sense? Financially or emotionally?
Yeah, probably. Financially, emotionally. I need a little bit of stability. So I would love for someone to like, you know, I could like help me out, you know?
Got it.
Right?
Okay, makes total sense here.
Yeah.
So now let's go a bit deeper, right? So in terms of, and you don't have to just speak for yourself, you could talk more
Broad.
holistically with women. At what point do women typically decide that they want to sleep with a guy?
Oh.
When does that happen?
So broadly speaking, I think most women would, if society wasn't how society is, I think most women would do it right away. But we all know what's going on. We all know that the man won't value us if we give it to them right away. And so most women want to wait until they feel like the man will respect them if they do have sex with them or like whatever. I think that women are a lot like men in how they feel, but they can't act that way. That's
Why
what I
not?
think. Because society will be like, oh, or the guy will be like, oh, that was too easy, you know?
So is the fear that a lot of women have, because I know this from just experience, they are worried that if they sleep with a guy too quick, he's not going to want to see them again.
Yes.
That he's not going to value them.
Yes, because men are hunters and they like to hunt things, is what I've been told.
Okay, do you think that's really true?
Yeah.
You think so?
It's like a scarcity thing. Like, why buy a Louis Vuitton if when you can get the same like function from a bag at Target? It's because like you have to work so hard to get it, and like there's not a lot of them, and once you get it, it shows status or like whatever.
So do you think though that in the same way that guys walk up to women and use pickup lines and they use performance to try to get them, that women use this act and this game to try to like not give it up to make it harder?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So is that really authentic?
No, but it's like, it's part of like the thing, you know?
What thing?
Like the whole like, the game. Don't hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game, you know? I've also thought of it. I mean, like, can you be genuinely authentic and still like win the game?
And do you also think that it's really dependent on the guy? Because yes, obviously there's going to be guys that do think that way, but do you think there's also going to be guys out there that are like, okay, I actually like this girl, and whether she does things with me quickly or not, I'm still going to like her. If anything, I'm going to like her more because she's not playing games with me.
Yeah, of course. I was also doing some research on this topic recently, and I think for women, when they do have like that act, it's a little bit more intimate. There's like an emotional like tie that you start to feel with that person. I think it's more intimate than it would feel for a guy. I'm not sure, but I think it's a way of protection for women, because once they open up that vulnerably, it's like, you know, it hurts a lot if they leave.
I could totally see that. So, want to hear my opinion on this?
Yeah, what's your opinion on it?
So, I believe that a woman shouldn't be hooking up with everyone, But when she does find a guy that she really likes, she shouldn't be acting out of fear. That she should be acting from a place of, love and connection and wanting to really get to know that person. And when you put up walls and restrictions to that connection, whether those walls are, as men do emotionally by not being vulnerable, or in a woman's case, one of the biggest vulnerable things that she could do is to have sex, right?
Yeah.
It's such a personal thing that she's also blocking herself from connection, and sometimes that could actually push the right guy away. So I think women should be very selective, but when they do find that right person, they shouldn't be playing games.
No, like once they start dating that person,
What do you mean?
like once they're like officially boyfriend or girlfriend.
I'm not going to agree with certain like rules
Once they're married, no, I'm
or
joking.
names. No, I mean, everybody's got different beliefs, right? Some people
Yeah.
they're religious and like they have certain kind of certain path that they want to follow, and I'm very respectful of that.
Yeah.
But other people, they're not, and they kind of have their own ways of.
Now I have a question for you. Don't you think that, let's say the relationship, you guys start dating and you guys start doing that. What if that overtakes like your desire to get to know the person? And then you have these like false ideas where like, that's really fun and interesting, but you don't really like them as a person. Like, don't you think that's why you should hold off a little bit so you can even see if like you genuinely like them, or do you just want to, have fun with them?
No, I don't think that needs to happen right away, first of all. And number two is, I also don't think that it's the only thing that should be focused on. That connection can be emotional, it could be physical, like connection is multifaceted.
Yeah.
And the way that you connect with people is through different senses, right? Through looking at them, through touching them, through talking to them, and all of that can be deepened through through both of these ways, right? Over time. And if you feel like you have a vibe with someone and you guys are, meant for each other, then absolutely not. It shouldn't just be limited to that, right? This is just almost like a portal for you guys to connect deeper.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So awesome. Thank you guys. If you enjoyed this conversation, check out the other videos on the Everlasting Confidence YouTube channel. Also check out Isabella Patel. She's a creator and she puts out a lot of really fun, cool videos as well on her Instagram, on TikTok. So you guys could find her there. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.